So, Puni, somebody talked to you before the show to ask how you're feeling. Then you went ahead and shared your story for the first time, your whole story with such a large audience. We had more than a sold out show yesterday. Um, I want to ask you, how did it feel after you'd shared your story with everyone? We're asking everybody the same question.
Yes, yeah. Um, I definitely felt there was a lightness, and I was hoping that by sharing my story, no matter how hard it was, that there was a community, the people who gathered here were people who are really interested, and having a sense of kind of shared goal in listening and learning about each other really made me feel like the first time that I'm sharing my story and someone was really listening, right? And that's so, although it was a really hard, on a stage and so forth, and I felt like I brought a lot of, feelings and tears and so forth. There's always a little guilt in that, like, okay, I'm bringing a deep issue that might cause people a suffering, but I think overall that by knowing someone's story and now being interested in someone's life brings us closer to each other, that we are hoping that at someday that um, there's a lot more loving and kindness and compassion and empathy with each other, and that's my goal, is to really bring issues and painful subjects and light subjects in a place that there is a community.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
can't even remember the next question. Yeah. Would you would you do this again, and would you recommend why do you think storytelling is important?
Um, just hearing your question, it gives me such a feeling in my body, because um, on the one hand, many people, like, especially family, why would you do this? Why would you put yourself through so much, suffering and pain? Even though I know that I go through these experiences alone, I would do it, yes, in a way. I had this conversation with my husband on the way. He said, are you staying in touch with your storytellers, friends who you have met? And which is so surprising to me. He said maybe they would be interested in sharing their story with your community, with your through my work and through my community. I think we have, all of us have a lot of misunderstanding or misperception or not knowing, and we are totally ignorant in every community to understand another community. So when Eddie suggested, like, oh, maybe you can ask Chandrai or everybody to come to in the shop to share their stories and so forth. So at first I was like, wait a minute, this was already so painful. I don't want other people to put through this. But at the same time, I think by allowing to
It's okay. Please continue.
bathroom is